What's up, guys? It's Mare Girl Cat Corelli, and this is episode 324 of my Cat Vibe series. We are continuing to paint the Biggerness series. It just happened so that I had canvases left exactly for this series, and then simultaneously I needed to prep new canvases, buy some canvas and stretch it, and go through the tedious process of gessoing all of it. Priming, and then I also made me a whole bunch of panels, which you will start to see a little later, a couple episodes from now. But I had these canvases which I have pre-designated for the Biggerness series, so you can see I'm still on it. It was still pretty hot at that time. I wanted to paint this coastline, echoing the very first painting in this series, where I had morning and flowers, morning and flowers, and this one is a beautiful sunset, it's called. So there's the Mediterranean Sea and lots of juicy colors and the sunlight. So the idea was very attractive. Plus, I never really got into painting large masses of water, so this is one of the first paintings where I can go and explore large masses of water, and also try to master painting larger cityscapes, because this is the city of Nice, with that coastline running all the way to the horizon. And lots of buildings, and I'm deliberately trying to reduce the amount of detail and trying to stay within the framework of my rather impressionistic style, while still retaining some semblance of realism, frankly. But it's all not about realism really here. Like I said before, what I do like about oil painting, and what I personally find fascinating in painting, is that I like to leave enough room for suggestion, so that the imagination of the viewer can fill in the blanks. That's to me, this is the beauty of art, where you can suggest things and then let the viewer just figure it out. I like to do that same thing in music. I like to write lyrics which are evocative, and they're provocative to the mind, but they don't directly tell you everything. You have to kind of think about it, or feel it, rather. Feel it first, and then if it got to you, then you think about it, and then you figure out the rest, and hopefully you will find it relevant. And maybe not, which is okay, whichever case. So this is sunset, and there's some storm clouds, and some clouds above the storm clouds, and the sun is setting, and it's all kind of warm, and the water is kind of cooling off. And there are these tiles on the roofs of the buildings, because it's an old city, Nice. It's an old town. So there have to be tiles, apparently. And there has to be this coastline, and there has to be some traffic and people and cars and vehicles and that kind of thing. But also, the setting sun is illuminating the sea. I don't think I spent a lot of time on this painting. Actually, I was moving pretty quickly with it, and I think on this one, I pushed the envelope as far as experimentation. I was using more paint. I was more carefree in my approach as opposed to earlier paintings. I like it. It was a pleasurable experience. Very pleasurable experience, and I can't wait to continue this series and also to get to the Island of Samos series. But that's coming next. Meanwhile, right now I'm still painting the cover art for Tunnel's Bleeding Life. Today's October 6th. This is when I'm recording this episode. By the way, speaking of which, if you are not subscribed to my channel and you like my content, please subscribe and enable all notifications. Hit that bell right there and enable all notifications, because YouTube by default will not tell you when I'm dropping my next video. And I'm dropping a new video every 3 days. I'm also constantly posting on the community tab, so don't miss out on the content that I'm posting. I'm hoping to kind of catch up with my schedule, get a little bit ahead of my schedule by the end of the year, because otherwise I just don't see it. How is it possible to keep moving quick enough with my album, with the Sunset City album? Because I'm painting other stuff other than artwork for the album, for the songs. I'm painting other stuff. I'm painting plenty of studies, which you will start to see a couple episodes down the road. Plenty of smaller paintings, which will eventually show up on Etsy. Currently there's like 12 of them sitting here in my office and drying gradually. I'm thinking about how exactly am I going to frame them. There's just so much that I want to paint. And honestly, I wish I've gotten into this a little earlier. But then on the other hand, I do realize that everything happens at the right time for a reason. And maybe this was exactly the right time for me to start painting. I started painting in oils in the year 2023. In spring 2023, I made my first painting, which, by the way, is currently available in my store on Etsy. Go check out my store, and if you like my stuff, follow the store. If you want me to paint something specific, tell me about it. And don't sit there and hope that I will just magically guess what do you want me to paint. If you want to hire me to paint a commission, reach out to me, leave me a comment, ask me, and we'll discuss the pricing, we'll discuss all of these things. So here's the finished painting. See how it turned out? Just like any other painting, this one will show up in my Etsy store eventually, not right now, but I think it will show up there this fall, and it will be made available. Thank you very much for being with me, and until next time, ciao.